I just put you through to the game feed because I think you want to see this right now. Okay, it looks like we're roughly ready, so I'm going to hand over now to our runner. And this is Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion No Out of Bounds, so I'm just going to go straight ahead and plug you in when you're ready.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Noobsalmon. This is the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. With me here is Etam.
Hi, I also run this game sometimes.
Yes, this is no out of bounds. That means that we cannot go out of bounds and we cannot clip through solid objects. It's kind of self-explanatory. All right, so timing starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so I immediately bound some spells. Start the run. Yeah, we also make the official mascot of QuickCade. That's what she looks like. So the high elf female is the fastest character because she's the tallest.
Yeah, for some reason the character's game's like their character speed is tied to their height, so high elves are the highest thing, so they just get 10% faster movement speed in everything.
Hence the name high elf. Yeah. So we are in the sewers. This is the tutorial section, and in any percent we just skip through this, and it's fairly fast. But we need to go through a scripted pass here with the Emperor and his guards. But there's actually a few tricks you can fuzz this section up, which is aggroing them or like pickpocketing them, and that will make them run towards you. And this is the first trick. This is the only pickpocket thing here. I tried to pickpocket the guard.
What's this prisoner doing
at a certain point.
This cell is supposed to be.
And it just make them run to this room faster. It says like 10 seconds.
We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
And I hit Glandroid here with one fire shot. And the guards take 5 hits to aggro. The Emperor takes 6. And for the next 8 minutes, we're going to be aggroing and de-aggroing them so they run towards us instead of walking. So kind of break their cycle.
Yeah, a lot of the tutorial is based around just manipulating the guard's AI to play nice. Cool. So like here, he's aggroing them just to speed them up and make them run instead of do their slow walk.
So I'm going to aggro them or de-aggro them at this exact point because some assassins will spawn here. And we need to kill them. They are for the Emperor, they are bad people. We're gonna meet them a lot. Also, we're playing on very easy, that's why we make this one-hit kills.
Yeah, the difficulty slider in this game is insane. Like, when you say it to the easiest, you do like 6 times the damage and everything does like 1/6 of the damage. It's pretty insane.
Okay, so we set up another aggro point later on, so we just hit them once and they will aggro to us immediately. And yeah, so this wall can break up really fast, or it takes some extra 5 seconds to break up. Yeah. Depends on the red movements. We got kind of bad luck, but it's fine.
And also to clarify, the reason there's even an out of bounds category is because there's like a glitch where you can just clip through one wall as soon as you get out the tutorial and basically just end the game. There's just a door that's like, yep, you're on the final quest now. Yep,
the developers put a really nice door out of bounds, and if you access it, you access the final quest of the main quest. So it's kind of game breaking. So recently there's been a few tags found in this game that speeds up the game a bit. found by a runner named Havard. Mostly in any percent. There's a category called No Dragonfire Skip, which lets you run this game without using that door glitch for the final quest.
But you can go out of bounds everywhere else, so it's
Yep.
like a nice hybrid between the two.
I think I will mention those tricks later.
Yeah.
So right now it's just kind of boring. Just goes through these goblins and rats, and not happening. We're gonna meet the Emperor again.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a bit tough because the AI in this game is just terrible. Really.
Yeah, the guards love to just like be like, no, I'm not going to do what you say.
Especially like I don't know how people found this, but it's gonna be a bit interesting to see how the AI works and how to speed things up because we have to de-aggro them. We have to sort of freeze the enemies, which doesn't make any sense. So they just don't go havoc here. All right, so I'm gonna concentrate here. So I should aggro Glenroy and move towards this door. That spawn the enemies a bit faster. Nice. Sometimes hard to hit. And then I try to hit Glenroy here. I think it was a bit early, but that freezes the enemies. Okay, this might be a problem. So if they hit the Emperor, it completely de-aggroes to us, so we have to punch him a couple of more times. We pick Steed because it gives extra movement speed. Right, let's see. I have to wait for him to walk.
This can only lead to your goal. You may as well.
Yeah, we got the torch, it's fine.
Stick close.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, but
Who now will save us from
should be fine. Pick up some items from here. It's gonna be relevant later. And these guys are just completely frozen because I hit Glenroy earlier. And the one thing that can screw this section over if they stop running or they walk backwards because I don't know why, it just happens.
come with us.
Yeah, the other annoying bit with manipulating the AI is trying to like de-aggro them all at the right time. 'Cause sometimes they'll just de-aggro and then immediately aggro again,
Yeah.
which is the worst thing.
Should be fine, yeah. Because this door is closed and we cannot go through it unless they are here, so that's bad. All right, so here comes the fun part where the game gets very confused here and we're gonna be a bit glitchy already.
Looks clear.
So I'm gonna punch
We're almost through.
and pause the game, and I try to equip an arrow, and you shouldn't equip an arrow during attack animation. So I just drop an item, and it drops the same amount that I stored with the arrows. So basically dupe some stuff, and I'm gonna using the duping with the scrolls, which is another thing you can do.
And the reason he's duping scrolls of all things is because one of them is like a super powerful fire spell, so he just uses that to, like, it means that he doesn't need any magic or anything to be able to use it.
Yep, should be enough.
Yeah, it should be fine.
And I dupe some, what is it, potions to sell. And I'm gonna dupe some lockpicks here because we're not gonna actually use the lockpick minigame. Okay, that's interesting.
Accept your surrender.
And they just temporarily or permanently attacking me. That's not cool. And I actually might die here. That's unfortunate.
All right, they should be de-aggroed now,
Guard him with your life.
mostly.
It's funny that they aggro to me and not the assassins.
I accept your surrender. I accept your surrender.
And they accepting my surrender even though they are attacking me.
I can go no
There,
There we go.
Okay.
One of them's gonna die.
So the Emperor gives me the Amulet of Kings and he dies.
The Emperor.
Please, stop. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna pick our class. You can pick either Nightblade or Scout, I think.
Yeah,
I thought so.
I think the main things are like athletics and acrobatics, which they both have.
Yeah, and I forgot to do the
Yeah.
lockpicks because these guys were,
Yeah, because they were bullying you.
yeah. Should be fine. Okay. That should be fine. Yeah. All right. So we are soon out of the sewers. Things went a bit sideways, but we are out of danger now.
Let me know if you got time for a donation.
I think we have time for donations. Yeah.
Okay. We have a $5.69 donation from Uriel Septim the 7th. He says, Noobsalmon, I've seen you. Let me see your face. You're the one from my streams. Then the stars were right, and this is the run. Gods give me strength.
Thanks, Uriel Septim, and also Rip.
Yeah, sorry we couldn't save you. We'll get him next time.
Okay, so we are kind of the fastest character, but we are not really fast enough, so we're gonna do some funny stuff to speed things up because we're on a tight schedule today, so
Yeah.
we need to be fast. And you probably, I mean, if you haven't heard this run yet, you probably heard about skooma or how it is related to skooma. Skooma is a drug that enhances your strength and speed. And we're gonna buy one, but we soon have a lot. And that makes the run much faster. So we have to wait for this friendly
Go ahead.
skooma dealer here.
Have a look around. You won't.
Selling the potions, because skooma is really expensive. Yes, I'm gonna buy this. And we go continue our main quest. To Venyon Priory, to give the amulet to Joffrey, the leader of the Blades. Lower. And we can make a lot of skooma by duping. And that's gonna be useful for the rest of the run. Should be enough, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be plenty.
And yeah, we are Sonic now.
Yeah, another thing to note, he's making a save there, that'll be important later, but another thing to note is that normally you can only drink 5 potions at once, but if you drink 4 potions and then go back into the menu and you can drink another 4, so you can go up to 8 rather than 4, which is, when each skoom gives you 60 speed, you can imagine that's a big boost.
Yeah, it's called A-Stack,
Yeah.
and it's the fastest movement speed you can move. So I have to do a lot of exact key presses, because sometimes I can accidentally go to 5-stack, and that's not cool.
Yeah, it's very unforgiving, because if you hit 5-stack, then you're stuck with slow movement speed for like 20 seconds.
Yeah, you have to wait for it to deplete or just wait, but it's slow, so I try to avoid that. Okay, so we are already at the first Oblivion gate, and we can already make a big detour by jumping over these walls. So we skip the outside area, and this fence is annoying. And the reason why we are here to destroy the Oblivion gate is to get the, what is it called? Sigil Stone, I think.
Yeah.
And in the main quest, we need to destroy 3 Sigil Stones. But fun fact, we only gonna see this Oblivion gate section once because of another glitch later on. So here's a fun trick called skooma jump. I try to nudge myself,
Nice, that's really good.
to this edge here, and it just boosts your horizontal speed to vertical, and you can make really high jumps.
Yeah, that trick is a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah.
A lot.
Almost first try. Actually, one is coming up later here to get the Sigil Stone. It's not that important, but it's good to have. So I'm gonna make a save here too. We're gonna make a lot of saves during the run. Just never mind that for now.
Yeah, it will be important later.
So I'm gonna use a setup here. Nice. All right,
Close enough.
close enough. You can make all the way up, but I don't want to waste time here. Get the Sigil Stone, and I drop halfway down. And again, drop, because it skips the animation of the Sigil Stone blowing up. All right, so the first Oblivion gate is destroyed. Now, time to meet Martin, the illegitimate son of the Emperor, who is voiced by Sean Bean. And knowing Sean Bean, he definitely won't die at the end.
Absolutely not. He's going to live the whole game.
All right, so we need to kill these guys here, because otherwise we cannot talk with Martin. This data druid is important to kill, and I really don't want to kill anyone friendly. I'm just careful here. So I can go to jail easily. Right, talking to Martin to come with us to Wayne and Prairie to
I heard.
Joffrey, but in the meantime, we're gonna do a bit detour because there's an intended sequence break in this game. For the main quest, you need a Great Welcome Stone, and you can get it anytime during your playthrough. And when you go back to Martin, when he actually gives you the quest, there's an option that says that, hey, you already have that, so it's fine. And we're gonna do that because it's the the closest place to where we are now.
Yeah.
And you can see the power of skooma here with these 8 stacks.
Yeah, the only downside to having skooma is we have so much that we literally can't move without it because we're carrying too much.
Yep. So I'm always over encumbered, so I need to be smart about this. But oops, missed the jump. Nice. Right. So there will be a skooma jump here too, but it's just straightforward.
Yeah. A lot of this area is like managing your speed because you're going so fast that you can basically just bonk the top of the top of the lamps and
Yeah,
just take a
so
whole bunch
the
of full damage.
thing is that with this speed that you can get instant amount of fall damage, like right now.
Yeah.
This guy's blocking me.
Ooh, nice.
First try, I don't want to die. Nice. That can be finicky. But yeah, basically you need to maintain your momentum so you don't die. Because you can just hold W and just walk through there, but you will die definitely in some way or another.
Yeah, you just bonk the top of the ceiling and all your momentum just goes down.
Yep.
So you just take a hell of a lot of damage.
So it's a fairly technical run. It's not like Half-Life, but still you have to be concentrating hard. So you remember me making some saves during the run? That's for a wrong board, basically. I'm gonna get the Great Welcome Stone. Instead of going back, I'm gonna load a save. What?
Save one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because normally you have the...
Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna load this save.
Yep.
Yeah, that can happen. That's out of bounds, that's not allowed. So I'm gonna pause the game at the same time. I open this door and load a quick save. And what it does, it teleports my quick save to that loading zone. And essentially loading two values at the same time, and we can just teleport outside of buildings quicker.
Yeah, it's essentially just like it's queuing up the action of opening that door, and then you just load another save, so that action moves on to another save.
Yep, and it's a Bethesda exclusive thing. It's in Fallout 4 and Skyrim as well, so they never really patched it. It's part of their heritage, I guess. Right.
Part of the Todd Howard experience.
So the amulet is stolen because Joffrey is the worst. And we need to get it back and need to get a safer place to go. And we're going to go to Cloudrell Temple, where we can watch the inauguration of Martin Septim. But it's kind of boring, so while this cutscene goes on, we're gonna do something else. And while we are gone, the cutscene will be finished while we are back, so it's pretty convenient. All right, so another sequence break that it's actually unintended to get Dietrich item, because you need to get to level 25, I think.
Yeah, it's on like level 20.
Yeah, mostly, because the developers thought that you should play the game a lot, so you don't finish the main quest early, but we're not gonna listen to them, so we're gonna get a glitchy Dietrich item, which means that we're gonna get the Umbra sword here. And what that does, if we get it before we get the quest from Clavicus Vial and give it to him back, he's gonna give the quest to us, and it completes the quest immediately. So we're gonna get the Mask of Clavicus Vial, which is a Dietrich item. Also, Umbra can be tough.
Yeah.
So we get the sword. It's been our load warp back to the beginning. So we just, basically with this load warp, we just skip the backtracking a lot, and that's why it's relevant. Also, the game can crash here a lot. So load warping can be finicky sometimes, and it causes a lot of fun stuff. You will see probably later if it happens, hopefully.
Yeah, sometimes it just ruins the lighting or like the armor equipped of some characters.
Yes. Okay, so we got the Umbra sword, hopefully. I messed this up during practice. Sometimes it's
You approach.
sometimes happens here, and I don't have the Umbra Sword with me. So I get the quest, and we talk to the dog spot. That's important.
Yeah, this is butt skip.
Dog butt skip, and we got the sword, got the Mask of Clavicus Vile, and what it does is that keeps a 20-second dialogue with Clavicus Vile. So that's why we talk to the dog spot, because the dog butt never talks. So
Yeah, it has
makes
no
sense
dialogue.
also.
Much of a.
Of course.
Okay, so we're gonna join the Blades.
You have proven your.
Because he's such a cool guy, and we're gonna do some book collecting. So I'll make a save here for load warping a couple of times, and then we get some books. And essentially, the book collecting means that we gonna reveal where the paradise is, which is an Oblivion plane for the bad guys who are trying to destroy the world. It doesn't matter too much. So we're gonna kill this guy, hopefully early. Nice. The shopkeeper sees you, he will aggro you, and that's bad,
Good work.
because
Yeah.
the guards will be after you. Normally you have to like talk to Boris, and he asks you to follow this guy, but you just kill him and get the first book. Second book is at the Mages Guild, but it's actually very important for the in-game timer to work. I think it should be fine.
7:59 should be fine.
Yeah, so we have to wait for Tarmina, and we have to wait for a shop to be open at 8. Yeah, nice. It's Tarmina. She gives us a second book, and she gives us a location of the next books. Make a save here as well. Load warping, you know. Okay, so the one thing for the in-game timer manipulation is to this shop to be open, but oops, that's fine. But we need another location where it's pretty important, so that's why I'm just setting up these
I'm Finty.
in-game timer things. So this dude tells us that the third book he already promised to someone else. So we're gonna ask this guy nicely to give it to us, because
What?
you know the world is in danger and like evil stuff, and he says he doesn't want anything to do with this, so
Yeah.
just gives it to us. And he also gives us the next location for the book, which is at the sponsor at the sewers, which is the best place to have a meeting. And I'm gonna actually do the in-game timer strats to open this door and then go back, because it's a bit faster to. Oops. Never mind. So it's a bit faster to go back to a different place, because what happens here is that you need to talk to Boris, but if you escorting Boris through the sewers, he will try to attack every single enemy, and it's obviously very slow, so we're just gonna go ahead to the place where we need to, wait for Boris, and he will show up later.
Yeah, because Boris just like, at this point, he's just like, look for the player.
Okay.
To like start the dialogue, say, all right, let's go into the sewers.
And we're already here at the room we need to be. And the in-game timer should be fine now. Okay. So Boris shows up,
You're not
and
easy.
you have a chance to have this meeting with the sponsor by yourself, or you know Boris can take the bullet, but it's obviously faster if you do this. And what you need to do is have a really nice chat with him. Just wait for him to show up. Oops. All right, you just set it up. It's fine. Yep, okay. Have a nice chat with him and ask him for the book. There we go.
We're very good at persuading.
We have the book. We're gonna teleport out to here.
Yeah.
So I'm using like queues of the save file numbers at home. So it's actually kind of distracting now, because you need to remember the saves. Which one do you need to fast travel to, or the road warp to?
Yeah, because right now we're one save off because we're
Yeah.
on marathon strats.
So essentially, if you get all the books, it will reveal the location of the Mythic Dawn shrine with this statue. but it's only available, like it only glows during between, I think, 11:45 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. So that's why the in-game time manipulation is important. Because you can go this place earlier, but you cannot open this shrine door, so you have to do this way.
Yeah, a lot of the early game, like, timings of everything is just based around getting to that point at the right time, because it's a very finicky time.
And we're gonna get the Mysterium of Xerxes, which lets you get to Paradise, which is the final area of the game that you need to go. Instead of, like, normally supposed to blend in with these shrine people, but we just don't care. Get the key and get the book and just get out. And here's Mankar Cameron, the main enemy of the game, but we cannot kill him. So he's just gonna disappear. You have to kind of fight with these guys. Oops, don't wanna die. But if you just go back here, the quest will update that he disappeared actually. So
yeah, at this point, one of the most dangerous things in the game is full damage, just because you're moving so fast.
I almost died, but it's fine. Also, the load warping is kind of, I wouldn't say it's frame perfect, but also this guy doesn't have clothes because of the load warping. But
yeah.
But yeah, load warping can be a bit finicky. It's like you have to have the perfect timing for it to happen. Okay, so nice. Joffrey's not here. What a nice guy.
I hope not.
Gives us the next quest to kill some spies, and we're gonna do that. And the spies are at Bruma, and you're normally supposed to go and ask around, but they will be at the same place around 7 a.m. I think.
Yeah.
And we just can kill them both and move on. So if I have some donations, maybe so it's a good time.
We do have a $5 donation from the adoring fan, who says, "Biosura, Biosura, Biosura! It's Noobsalmon! I can't believe it's you, streaming here, next to me!" And that's it.
Thank you very much, adoring fan. We're not gonna meet him sadly because this is not an arena run, so he's out there somewhere, wandering around at the moment.
You cannot escape.
There we go. Oops. Clicking on stuff is hard.
Yeah, it's actually deceptively hard to like click on stuff in this game just because of all the.
There are a lot of pop-ups and everything, and it's just.
And the mouse centers to the screen every time you pause, so like you have to basically, you can't pre-set up stuff.
So we get this parchment or whatever to Joffrey. He has load warp back again for skipping, backtracking, and I think. So normally you need to like wait for certain hours. So Martin and Joffrey will be in the same room. So it's a bit faster, but you can just look around in the Cloudrilla Temple, but it's obviously not that fast. So this will be the time where we give the mask to Martin. So we're done with that quest because we need 4 items to open Paradise, and one of them is the Welcome Stone. And right now we're gonna do the second Oblivion gate, which is gonna be really hard.
Yeah, it's a lot of RNG. It's very difficult.
The longest one, and it's insanely hard, and you will see why.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go in, and instead of walking through, I'm gonna quick save and load the save at the first Oblivion gate that we did. And what I'm gonna do is load warp here, and the game gets very confused because it thinks that you already destroyed this cell by destroying the sigil gate. So it will think that, oh, you already destroyed the sigil stone, so we're just gonna give you the final quest and you're done with this.
That was hard.
Done with this gate too.
It was an honor.
So that's it. And we're gonna load warp back again. It used to be a big thing back in the day, this finding, because you had to go through all of the Oblivion gates, and it was kind of hard.
Yeah, the Oblivion gates were like one of the worst parts of the run, and it was just gone.
Yeah, shoutouts to East Bullets who found this. All right, we're in the same place. Very cool.
I figured.
Just need to remember which person to talk to first and which one
Good work.
second. Good work. And we're gonna go to Sancrator. So, Sanctuary is where the armor of Tiber Septim is, which is another item to open the gates to paradise. And I think this is the longest walking section in the run.
Yeah, it's quite a trek because it's not really near anything.
Also, you can get lost. It happened to me during marathon, so
I think it's happened to every runner at some point.
cross your fingers because there's no quest marker. And yeah, it's kind of hard. But yeah, so I should mention that there's been two findings. These two findings skips basically the whole section of Sanctuary, and it's fairly good because it's kind of a long section, and I think I'm lost.
I think you go to the right and
Yeah.
around.
So one of them requires you to get a staff, and it basically, the armor of Tiber Septim is behind a barrier, a magic barrier.
But unfortunately, you can't clip through it because it's out of bounds still.
Yep.
So
But if you hit it with a specific staff, it will just blow up and move towards the barrier, so you can pick it up.
yeah, it's one of the more bunker skips I've seen of using RNG to get a staff which has an area of effect thing, and then basically just launching the armor towards you close enough that you can just pick it up.
Yeah, it's not recommended unless you want to go for world record, basically.
Yeah.
It's not cool. And the other skip was found by Havard, which is a very weird stuff. It has a funny name. I kind of forgot it.
It's either chair skip if you want to be
Yeah.
boring, or it's saddle skedaddle because you can basically just warp somewhere off a horse.
Yeah, it works on a horse or a chair. Oh no, not too. Essentially, if you sit down and you load warp, so the game teleports your character to that area, but if you sit down, it also teleports your coordinates to a loading cell, so you can basically teleport yourself into a certain coordinate.
Yeah.
And I think it's still not fleshed out yet.
Yeah, there's some. I mean, it's lucky because we basically need very exact coordinates to not go out of bounds.
Yeah, because here, actually, I think Havard found that you can go to Bruma Castle behind a closed door, so it's kind of hard because either you can fall out of bounds once you are load warping, or the Bruma guards can follow you and just screw you over.
Yeah.
So those two tricks are not worth it. So I'm just gonna go over it kind of casually. So I'm gonna load warp back here instead of walking because it skips, backtracking. But if you don't wait for that pop-up, that you can solve this quest. Because essentially you need to free the souls of these ancient blades, and there are 4 of them. And the next one is actually kind of RNG heavy because he's in a small cave that he's sleeping quietly, and then it's gonna disturb his slumber. Oh, okay. Nice, it's cool, but I jumped down, whatever.
You should just be able to go around.
Yeah, so if he doesn't come out there, then I just have to jump down there, but I messed up, so whatever. But good RNG, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, the last one is coming up, and we are almost done with this section. Cool.
Yeah. This map, or this quest is one of the ones that skip the most in no Dragonfires. You basically just clip straight in and get the thing, and it's an absurdly short amount of time.
Yep. So I'm gonna quick save, quick load. That deaggrows the enemies behind me, and I'm gonna wait for them to just stand in a nice position. So this barrier opens because this barrier is lethal. It will kill you. So wait for it and.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. It took more time than I expected because it's 5-second window, but whatever. And we're just gonna quickly mess up the load. It's fine. You can just do it on the other side of the road or the door every time you do this because
What do you need, friend?
it works both ways. Some doors don't work both ways because of reasons. I don't know why, but this one does.
Because Todd Howard.
Yeah. Load warping only works on specific doors and specific sides of the doors. So it's kind of interesting. Okay. So we're gonna go to the Great Gate fight, which is just destroying the very final Oblivion gate of the run.
Greeting.
First, we need to talk to the Countess of Bruma, so we can use her army to help us, basically. Should be fine. I keep messing this up.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty precise timing.
I also need to have I feel like mechanical keyboards are a bit better with this, but it's just personal preference. So
I will call.
normally you have to walk around the whole schedule that you find more armies to help you, but it's just slow because you're gonna be a one-man army here, and it's just
Yeah, the side quest is like insanely long, and all it does is give you slightly better guards to help you for a few minutes.
Also, a PSA. Someone who can find a skip to all this stuff here at the Great Gate fight would be appreciated, because this is a very long, boring auto-scroller that we need to go through.
Yeah, aside from any percent, it's basically in every other category, and it's just like 2 minutes of waiting.
Yeah, so
3 minutes.
you need to wait. I'm gonna show my character. Hang on, just quickly. Just gonna change something to change view. Okay. Now look at our character. Nice. Okay, so I think this is my only time that I can give a shout out to everyone at the Elder Scrolls community. They helped a lot, and yeah, I was at ESA with this run, and they're really cool people. So if you wanna learn the run, then you have Discord and all the guides for this. And I think you should learn this category instead of any percent, because any percent is just 5 minutes long and it's not much fun, I think.
Yeah, it's basically just a meme.
So yeah, and also shout out to the Hungarian speedrunning community. We had a speedrun marathon only in Hungarian like a month ago for the first time, so we are getting bigger. But yeah, I'm from Hungary. I forgot to mention that. We
Yeah.
came from all this exotic country all the way to QuickCade
Yeah.
just to present this run.
What a downgrade.
Yeah. And yeah, shout outs to QuickCade for letting me have in the marathon.
Yeah.
After all the unfortunate setbacks, managed to showcase this run, so really grateful.
Yeah, big shout outs to the organizers as well for
Yeah.
putting it all together.
Also, this is the first time that Martin can die, so we don't want that.
Yeah, if Martin dies, it's just like all hope is lost, and it just makes
Yep.
you reload to save.
Because, yeah, in Skyrim they kind of fix this kind of stuff, that you cannot kill essential enemies at ever. But in especially in Morrowind, where you can kill everyone, you can just ruin your run and your playthrough or whatever. Because, back in the day, gaming used to be like making mistakes and just kind of living with them
Yeah.
for the rest of your playthrough, but here it's kind of unfortunate to have. All right, so there are two smaller gates, and then the third one will open, I think now.
Yeah, the scamps are quite annoying because they take 2 hits to kill, and they have like a 10% or 20% chance to reflect.
Yep. Also, the NPCs are dodging pretty quickly. It's kind of hard to hit them sometimes. Right, should be fine now. If maybe we have a donation now, we can read out now. Oops. Okay, so you remember that what we did at the second Oblivion gate, we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go through here and just gonna quick save, load the save here, and then load warp here, and we're gonna skip the whole final gate. It's
That's probably
supposed
one
to
of
be
the biggest skips in the game because
Yeah.
it's like normally it takes a good couple of minutes to get through.
Yeah,
and
this is the great sigil stone that you also need. This is the final item for opening Paradise. It's technically the hardest one, but obviously let's skip it all. So all the enemies are after me. It's really cool. And I don't want to hit anyone here. No.
Yeah, normally the game lets you like accidentally kill maybe one person, as long as it's not Martin. But even then, you don't really want to be.
We won.
We won.
Okay, we're gonna load her back to here. So we have all the items to Paradise, where Mankar Cameron lives. So Mankar Cameron is the servant of Merunas Dagon, who is the Daedra of Destruction, I think, or something like that. But Martin has to be here, and he's a slow boy, so you have to wait for him to get back from the war zone.
I have
Yeah, he has everything now, so you can open the portal, just wait for 1 hour. And Paradise is one of the harder sections in terms of movement, so it's gonna be... I have to be careful a bit. I can fall into lava, and lava kills me, so obviously.
Yeah, there's a lot of finicky jumps and such.
Yes. So you either wait for that pop-up or you don't. But essentially, what you need to do is get a special bands from a dude here that lets you move
The cat's
through this area.
paw of the Septims arrives at last.
He's here.
You didn't think you could take me unawares.
Nice fight. And we get the bands. I'm gonna equip them. And we can just move freely.
Yeah.
You cannot move through doors. Or not really doors, but like, I don't know what are they, but...
Look now upon my paradise.
Evil doors.
Evil doors,
Gaia
yeah.
Alata in the old tongue.
Just a lot
Vision of the past.
Elder Scrolls lore.
And
That probably makes sense if you play the game casually.
Yeah.
the future.
If I remember, like he gets half the stuff wrong, which I don't know if it's just they forgot the lore or it's like an intentional thing of he's not actually that good at lore.
Not sure.
Behold
that was
the
good.
savage god.
Yeah,
So this
When my
guy
disciples
wanna helps you.
Beware the
I think it should be fine if I kill now. The reason why we kill him to open this gate. No. I'm gonna reload this.
Yeah, that's probably safe.
Where am I? No,
Oh.
I just made a quick save. Okay.
Yeah, autosave
Sorry.
should be fine.
So this guy wants to help us, and he will respawn if you kill him. But if he talks to you,
my
then it's
paradise.
bad.
Gaia
And I'm not
Alata
sure.
in the
I think
old
you need to
tongue.
get a
Vision
key,
of the
but
past.
I think it's
on-
that basically you kill him before he, if you kill him before he talks to you, then like the gate remains open.
Yeah, I just don't remember how to do this casually. Like you probably in the key, so I rather reload this
Behold
because
the savage god, where
Come
my
on.
disciples are templed for a higher
There we
destiny.
go.
To rule
not that
over
hard, but-
Tamriel reborn.
whatever.
Yeah. Again, this area is super
If you
finicky.
are truly the hero
Yeah.
of destiny, as
A lot of
hope,
these spikes
the garden
that just
will not
slows
hold
you down.
for long.
All right, almost over. For some reason I don't like this section, but I
I'm
think
ready to help.
the reason is that I just don't finish runs very much, and this is the
Well done,
the end.
champion. Your progress is swift and sure. Perhaps you
Also,
will reach
Mankar
the
Cameron is
afterlife.
talking to us, and he will still talk
You think
after
I'm
we
lucky?
kill him, because
Not
we are
at
so fast that we don't have
Coming,
him finish his
I
dialogue.
hear the footsteps so faint.
There we go. Also, we're gonna walk over here and respawn, and that just despawns the enemies behind us, so we can fast roll later at the end. And we are getting closer to the end of the run, thankfully. Just hit one of these guys so they don't talk to us. And this is the final fight of the run. And this is the final enemy. Let's see how it goes. Come on. There we go. He's
I
dead.
tire of
One
the
hit.
self-styled heroes. who
Sometimes
set
it takes
themselves
two,
in
but
my
I just
path.
reload.
Only
And we get the amulet back, and we load Verb back. You need to like loot his corpse, and then the game teleports you. But if you just load Verb out quickly, then this gives you the amulet, and we are done. And we are almost done with the run. We just need to give the
found the way
amulet to
back.
Martin, and the end game is gonna happen because actually Merunas Dagon is showing up at the Imperial Palace, and that's something that we cannot fight, but Martin can. So
But it's fine. Sean Bean's going to survive, right?
yeah, Sean is gonna survive. That's,
Okay.
that's the most important part.
I'd be tragic if he didn't.
You know, set up our final load warp, which saves a couple of seconds. It doesn't matter, but it's convenient. Just wait for Martin. There we go.
I've been expecting.
And I cannot walk now, but I can
On behalf of
quick save and then load warp back to the beginning. And I just skip some walking sections. And this is the first section of the run, actually, or the only section of the run that lets you skip dialogue by quick saving and quick loading.
Yes.
Because normally if you quick save, quick load during a dialogue, that it just still you have to wait for that amount of time the dialogue plays out.
Yeah, to this day, I still don't know why this one works of all ones, but
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
Okay, so we need to run at the end, or run at the temple, and Martin can die here. That would be pretty badly, because you can soft lock here if you can, like, quick save and then Martin dies, then you can never finish this part, but should be fine. Rarely happens. That was Baron is taken, by the way. We cannot fight him, so we just wait for Martin to show up,
We're too late.
and then the run will end soon.
Yeah, time's coming up here in a sec.
Just get into this position, talk to
I
us,
do.
and that's time. Okay. I'm not gonna play out the whole thing, but I will show you what happens quickly. So Martin destroys the amulet and he becomes dragon. And very cinematic, very. I think in 2006 standard it's really nice, but kind of how it goes, that sacrifices himself for the greater good, and then that's the game.
I really should have known Sean Bean wouldn't have survived.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, thanks for having me, and thanks Adam for the
No
commentaries.
worries. Thanks for a good run.
And yeah, enjoy the rest of the QuickCade, and yeah, good job. GG.